Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Bears. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris Red Dragons Relocation franchise here on Madden 24. In the last episode, you could say that I kinda had a sour attitude. Just slightly sour attitude. You could say that. Or you could say that this game sucks, which I like to be on that side of things. Last episode, we played the Dallas Cowboys. We got absolutely smacked by them. It was a little frustrating, to say the least. Go back and watch the episode if you haven't seen it, and you can figure out why the title of the episode was named what it was. We got beat 59-24, upsetting, to say the least. Especially because we were coming off of a big victory. We had some momentum. We were trying to make it 2 in a row. And we just played horribly. Aaron Rodgers threw 5 picks. It was all bad. We could not block a single member of that defensive line. Micah Parsons lived in the backfield. It was unbelievable. I'm hoping that I need today's episode to go a little bit better. I don't even really need us to win this one. I just need us to play slightly better, a little bit more competent football. Last episode looked like what would happen if an NFL team played a college team. That's what would happen. And I don't even know if a college team would put up 24 points. It was unbelievable, the amount of just absolute dominance the Cowboys put up against us. So we're taking on the Miami Dolphins. They're not having that great of a year this year. They're only 4-7. So they're kind of on the downswing as well. They've probably got a lot of bad morale, just like us. So we're kind of on a little bit of a level playing field, although our morale is probably a little bit more harsh because we're 2-10. So they probably don't have as much bad morale as we do, but they're still probably working with a little bit of bad morale. People are a little upset. They're probably wondering, should this have been a better season for us? What went wrong? All that kind of stuff. And we got to try to take advantage of that. We could try to get a first win after the Cowboy defeat. Got to go for a third win overall. And we just got to play better. It was embarrassing last episode. We just got to play better. So if you guys going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see if we can play any better than what we did against the Cowboys last episode. Here we are, it is week 13. We are coming down to the final stretch of the regular season here in year number 1 of the franchise, of the relocation. It's pretty much a safe bet to say we've got a number 1 overall pick. I shouldn't say that. It's a safe bet that we've got a top 3 pick, I should say. We're pretty much locked into either the 1, 2, or 3 picks. Where we fall in after that, I don't know. I personally would want the number 1 pick because I mentioned last episode, there's a little bit more opportunities to move around. That number 1 pick has a slight more value than the number 2 pick, obviously, so that you can make some different moves happen. There's a lot of different options you can do with the number 1 overall pick, and obviously you can take a player. But I definitely want to have that number 1 pick in my back pocket. So if we do lose, it's not going to be the end of the world. I just don't want to lose as embarrassingly as I did last episode. So we got to try to not do that. But we are taking on the Miami Dolphins today. They do have Tua Tagovailoa. They've got Devon Achane, I think is how he said that he wanted to pronounce his name. I apologize if that's not right. I think after he had that big game against the Broncos when they put up 70 points in real life, he came out and said that how he preferred his name to be pronounced. And I'm pretty sure it was Devon Achane. I don't think it was A-Chain. I think it was a Chan is how he wanted to pronounce. I apologize if that's not right, but I'm pretty sure it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They've got a ton of different weapons, not just him, on this team, including Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, just to name a couple. So we do have to defend against that very dominant passing game, and I think we're going to defend against... It wants us to defend against the medium pass. I don't hate that. We tend to get pretty beat up against the medium pass. So we are going to run half... Oh, they already have half pads and backups in. Okay, that's perfect. That's what I was going to do anyway. So that works out pretty well. We'll go to the defensive side of things. Well, our offensive side. And we got to go up against Jalen Ramsey, which is going to be pretty tough because he's obviously a stud high overall. but they've also got a pretty solid defensive line. We're gonna go throw it short. No, let's change it up. We went throw it short last time and it did not work, right? Or did we do blitz counter? I think we did. Actually, I think we did blitz counter. So we're gonna go throw it short. I'm pretty sure we did blitz counter. So it looks like we've got the guys that we want in here, but I'm gonna change all this to backups just to make sure everybody is keeping their fatigue going, keeping their fatigue up, I should say, so that they don't, or keeping their fatigue low. So they don't, basically I don't want anybody to get subbed out because of the fatigue glitch. That's basically what I'm saying on that one. I don't want anybody to get subbed out because of the stupid fatigue glitch, so I'm trying to keep everybody rested. And we should, oh, we have oh no, Benjamin St. Juice, ACL sprain out for the week. He had a big interception last episode against the Cowboys. Dak Prescott literally just threw it right to him. That is our only injury for today's episode. At least in the training. We do have, I think Chase Young is still out for this episode. We did get Montez Sweat back for last episode, so that was nice. He definitely had some moments where he was getting pressure on Dak Prescott, but what does the injury report look like? Michael Thomas should still be out. Yes, he is, but Chase Young is back. Okay, so that means our defensive line is back to full strength because we've still got Jonathan Allen. He's always been here, and we got Montez Sweat back last episode, and now we get Chase Young back this episode. That's huge. Absolutely huge. So St. Juice and Michael Thomas will be back next week, but next week is the bye week, so technically they'll be back first time on the field in week 15 against the Rams next episode. So that is that's how that will happen. Let's take a look at this Miami Dolphins roster, see why they're 4-7, see who's on the team, see what might be going wrong. We know they have Tua Tagovailoa as their quarterback. Raheem Mostert, super fast. Raheem the Dream, we know about him. He's been on one of our teams. He was on the Chicago Cougars. In an alternate universe, he was there. So we know all about Raheem Mostert. They also have Devon Achane, and they have Jeff Wilson Jr. They've got some good running backs with a lot of speed. That's what this offense does. It is very fast. They've also got Tyreek Hill, very fast. They've got Jalen Waddle, very fast. This is going to be a tough team to cover because our corners and linebackers are not that fast. So they might just be gunning down the field the entire game. I would not be surprised. Tight end is Mo Alley Cox, actually. Very interesting. They've got Durham Smythe and Foster Moreau. Offensive line is Teron Armstead, who's actually injured. So, funny enough, he tends to be injured in real life, and now he's injured in the game, too. So, they'll have Isaiah Wynn, the former Patriot, starting at left tackle today. So, hopefully Montez Sweat or Chase Young, whoever ends up being on that left side, can very much abuse that. That's going to be a big one. And they have Justin Pugh, so that's a very low overall offensive side, left side of the offensive line. We need to take advantage of that. They've got Connor Williams at center, Robert Hunt at right guard, and Tom Compton at right tackle. So it's not that good of an offensive line. We need to be getting pressure today's episode. Emmanuel Ogbah is the left end. Christian Wilkins is on the right side. And Henry Anderson and Raekwon Davis are in the middle. Linebackers are Bradley Chubb, but he's actually hurt for this game. So Arden Key will be the starting outside linebacker with Jerome Baker in the middle and Jalen Phillips on the right side. We've got corners. We know about Jalen Ramsey and X-Man Xavier Howard, but they've also got Kader Koau? I never heard this man's name before, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Jordan Lewis and Cam Smith. Safeties are Javon Holland and Deshaun Elliott. Kickers Jason Saunders, and Jake Bailey is the punter. Right now, the Dolphins sit with pick number 6, but we sit with pick number 1, so we're in a little bit of a better situation than the Dolphins are right now. Oh, but I am very terrified of going up against this Dolphins team. They are very fast, very high-powered, and very quick strike. So our defense has tended to let up some very big plays, a lot of chunk plays, and a lot of points, obviously. So this could get very ugly very quickly, and it could be a long day for me. So sit back, relax, get some popcorn, and wait and see if I get angry. Let's go play the Dolphins. We are at home in Paris, so we come back from Dallas to come back home and play the Dolphins. And then we got our bye week, so we can kind of lick our wounds into the bye week. But it's Dragons and Dolphins. Let's go see if we can get ourselves our 3rd W.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Dragons of Paris. With my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Paris team as it gets ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time in front of these Paris home fans for some Red Dragon football to be underway. It's the Dragons and the Dolphins from beautiful Paris as Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully we can catch them off guard. Maybe they're jet lagged. They had to come from Miami to Paris. They might be a little tired. Their body clock is not right. Maybe we can catch them sleeping literally and take a W, but this is not a good start when Devon Achane already has 18 yards on 1 carry. That's not a good start, especially because he's got, 95 speed, I think is what they said on the thing. So I told you this team is fast. They've got a lot of speed on this team. And they're going to go jet sweep. Jalen Waddle going nowhere. It is the new addition, Drew Sanders, who we got in a trade a couple episodes ago. I think that might be his first tackle as a Dragon. I don't think he's made any plays as a Dragon so far. Good play by Cody Barton, making sure that Achane goes nowhere. It's 3rd and 12. One more stop, boys. Let's get him to a punt. Jonathan Allen trying to get some pressure, forces Tua to roll. He's going to fire, and it's incomplete. Out of bounds over the head of Mo Alley Cox, who was the only receiver in the area. And that is a punt on the first drive of the day for the Dolphins. So it started hot with that explosive 18-yard run, but they really slowed down once we got that stop, that tackle for loss on the jet sweep. Really slowed their offense down. Christian Watson back in returning. He's going really nowhere. And now Aaron Rodgers. Ron Rivera is saying, come on, Aaron, save my job. Save my job. Because remember, I said that I would not be opposed to firing Ron Rivera during the season, mainly because I need a scapegoat. So that I can blame somebody other than me for us playing badly. So I would not be opposed to letting go of Ron Rivera, maybe even after this episode if things go badly. Because we're headed into the bye week. It'd be the perfect time for us to get a new interim coach ready to go. He'd have an extra week to prepare for the Rams, so it could happen. I'm not putting it past everybody. That's going to be intercepted. I don't have an explanation for that. I just thought that I had more time than I did, and I got hit on the throw, and that's another interception for Aaron Rodgers. Are we tarnishing Aaron Rodgers' legacy here with this season he's having in Paris? Remember, he's not the long-term guy, as Tyson Campbell got beat in the back of the end zone, but Jalen Waddle couldn't keep his feet in bounds. That was a good enough throw from Tua. They're going to challenge it. Miami's going to challenge it. Did he get both feet in? He did. Jalen Waddle did keep his feet in bounds. It's a touchdown, Miami. But what I was saying was, are we tarnishing the legacy of Aaron Rodgers? He was only supposed to be here for a short little amount of time, as he's the bridge mentor quarterback to our eventual draft pick. Probably going to be Matt Newton, our rookie quarterback for next season. So, I mean, it doesn't really bother us either way. It doesn't really benefit us in regards to his career. We don't necessarily care about how his career finishes out. But this season is certainly not adding to his legacy, that's for sure. He's thrown more interceptions this season than he's probably thrown in 4 seasons combined, I'd say. But that's the name of the game when I'm behind the sticks. And that's another pick. That's... yikes. I don't have an explanation for that one either. I don't have an explanation for that one. I thought that I had space on the sidelines, and I didn't see the guy there. and then he was there, and he picked it off. So, yeah, I don't have an explanation for that other than what I said. So, well, this has not gone well. We are in the first quarter still, thrown 2 interceptions, and we are going to get blown out by the Miami Dolphins. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, Jonathan Allen, how do you not bring him down there? You've got to bring him down, Jonathan. I know you're a big guy. You got to wrap him up. You should have been able to take him down. Tua's a strong, stout quarterback. He's got some thick hips. Hips? But you got to wrap him up there. That's a critical spot to do it in, and that's because now they got a first down and more with Mo Alley-Cox. Oh, man, we need to change some things in the offseason. We need to sign a ton of free agents, draft some quality players, and basically flip this entire team on its head. Flip. Because this team, the way it's constructed in its present form, will not win more than 6 games a year. We might not even win more than 2 games a year. Was I offside there? I don't think I was. And it's going to be a touchdown Miami. They give it to Jeff Wilson Jr., the 3rd string running back on this team, because why not? It's going to be a blowout anyway. I'm thinking about benching Aaron Rodgers already. I'm really thinking about benching Aaron Rodgers already. I'll give him the first quarter, depending on how quick this is. I'll either give him this drive or the first quarter, whatever comes first. Christian Watson. It looks like I have the potential to maybe break one free for a touchdown. I'm 0 for 3 with 2 interceptions today. That is not the stat line you want to see. That is not the stat line that you want to see. That is for sure. All right. It looks like this Miami Dolphin defense is going to be very problematic, this defensive line. But Christian Watson, by the way, makes an amazing catch. I didn't even acknowledge it. But that was a fantastic catch. One-on-one, I think, with Jalen Ramsey. And he made a fantastic catch. Great blocks on the edge. Najee Harris gets to the side and gets a first down. Good job, Najee. Najee's kind of been coming into his own the past couple of episodes. Last episode, we couldn't really run the ball or do anything, so it's not his fault, really. Rodgers on the run. Tim Ward is injured. I don't know who that is, but he's injured on the play for the Dolphins. Honestly, it's probably better that didn't get thrown because might have got picked. Terry McLaurin was not open. I don't have anything here. I got to throw it away. I shouldn't have called verticals there. I really shouldn't have called verticals there. But you know how I am, man. I'm a slut for verticals. I love them. I absolutely love them. They always work, except for when they don't. Calvin Ridley should be open here. Calvin Ridley holds on to the catch. Good job, Calvin. That's why we brought you in, my guy. And I don't want to run speed option with Aaron Rodgers. That is for sure. That is going to end all the way bad. So we'll hand it to Najee. He's going to fight forward, get a few yards. Good job. I'll take it. That's some decent enough yards. This could be dangerous, or this could be very galaxy brain type. Rodgers, McLaurin, corner, touchdown, Dragons! On the run, Aaron Rodgers finds his man, the go-to guy, the goat of all goats, Scary Terry McLaurin. And Rodgers delivered a good pass, good enough pass. McLaurin really did the work on that one, keeping his feet in bounds. And even though Rodgers got us down the field there, I still might bench him and give Sam Howell / Malik Cunningham the rest of the game. Just to kind of, I don't know, just maybe to save Aaron Rodgers from getting any more turnovers, ruining his stats even further than what they are. But I mean, Rodgers, he's going to continue to play he's going to continue to be our starter. So it's not like taking him out of this one's going to affect his numbers any other way than what the next couple of games are going to do. So, end of the first quarter, we are down by 7 at home against the Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with his first catch, but we got to get Chase Young involved. He's back after, I think, a month or so out with an injury. He's got to get involved. He's one of our best players, maybe our best player on defense, and that's not how we have a good defense right there. That's just bad. That's just all the way bad. Hufanga makes a good play to save the touchdown, but we got to get Chase Young involved. He's maybe our best defensive player other than maybe Jonathan Allen. I guess you could make an argument. He's our best defensive player, but we got to get Chase Young involved. He's our best pass rusher, that's for sure. And this offensive line's not that good, so Chase Young needs to get pressure on Tua, because when we get pressure on the quarterbacks, our defense plays well. We've proven that, especially in that game against the Giants. We've proven that we can if we get pressure on the quarterback, we play really, really well, and we can win games. But if we don't get pressure on the quarterback, they do stuff like that, and they get first downs. So I think we see the problem. No pressure equals bad stuff happening for the defense. That's a good stop on the run. They got about 2. Jonathan Allen is one of the best run stuffers in the league, so that's something going our way, I guess you could say. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. We get the ball to start the second half, so that is a nice little bright spot we can look forward to. It's just a matter of how big we're going to be down in the second half. That's wide open. Mo Alley Cox, I can't believe it. Oh, Mo Alley Cox wide open in the middle of the field. How does he get wide open? We're playing a zone. How does Mo Alley Cox get open like that? Tua changes the play completely. Just to do a fake pitch, and I missed the sack with Chase Young because I always do. Tua ends up throwing it away, but man, I need to get better at sacking the quarterback when I have the opportunity. Most of the time I miss him because I think that he's going to go one way, he goes the other way, and I miss the play. Oh, that's a bad tackle, and it's going to be a touchdown, Miami. Back-to-back missed opportunities. I missed the sack with Chase Young, and then I missed the tackle right there, allows the touchdown. And it's back to a 2-touchdown lead for the Dolphins. Do we keep Aaron Rodgers out there? I think we'll give Aaron Rodgers the half. If we don't score here, then we might as well just punt on the game and bring in like Sam Howell or Malik Cunningham or something like that. But if we do score and we're back under 1 touchdown, maybe that's the go-to. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. We'll see what Rodgers does on this drive. If it's another turnover or if we can't get anything going, then we'll freshen things up with a new quarterback. I had Christian Watson, but I also had Terry, who made a great diving catch. I wonder if Christian Watson would have been open on a touchdown there. I'm going to run the same play, see if it works twice in a row, but that safety's following this time. But nobody followed Terry this time. Last time, Terry McLaurin was blanketed and he had to make the diving catch, but this time nobody followed him because the guy adjusted and he went to cover the route that Christian Watson was running. So that's nice. Terry gets 2 really big catches. And I'm going to hit Christian Watson. This time he's going to drop it, Christian. You can't drop that. I know Jalen Ramsey's covering, he's an all-pro corner, and he's great, and he's a Hall of Famer and all that crap, but, oh, you got to hold on to that, Christian. And now he's activated. Jalen Ramsey is activated. I think he's got bottleneck. Oh, my God. That scared the life out of me, but then it got blocked, so I panicked. There was a unblocked Miami Dolphin player in my face, but then he got picked up. But I already had pressed the button because I panicked. So Najee gets 3, I guess. But it could have had more if I didn't panic. That's a great anticipation throw, Calvin Ridley. I thought that was going to get picked off 10 times out of 10, but Calvin Ridley comes up with it. And it's from the 6. I'm liking where we're looking here. We've got Christian Watson. Close catch. Dropped it. That was a tight window to throw to. Not a lot of time to get it to him, and he doesn't hold on. Can't blame him, though. It's a tough catch. Hand the ball out to Najee. Najee going in for it. Najee at the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. We know that QB sneak does not work like it used to. The juice special is not a go-to. We cannot go with the juice special here. We'll see what they line up in. Are they going to line up in the run stopping? They are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go run shallow cross. And we're going to have Logan Thomas run and in. Just in case. But I'm looking at Ian Thomas. The other Thomas, man. And he's got it. Another touchdown pass for Rodgers, this time to Ian Thomas. Good play. And we're back down within one with 2 minutes to go in the half. Or within a touchdown, I should say, not within one. Within a touchdown. Rodgers has actually not been playing bad. I know he's got 2 really bad interceptions. Those are probably more on me than they are on Rodgers. If you take away those 2 interceptions, which obviously I know you can't, but if you take away those 2 interceptions, he's had a pretty decent day throwing the football. This defense just needs to step it up, and I think I'm going to user somebody else to hopefully give Chase Young a better advantage of winning off the line, because he certainly needs to. Jonathan Allen misses the tackle there, but we kind of wrap him. Bring him down, please. Thank you. Finally, Raheem Mostert just kept getting like pinballed around and staying on his feet. He finally gets brought down. It's 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. I would guess that this drive, unless it goes drastically different and it flips and Tua throws a pick or something, I would guess that this drive will last the entire 2 minutes that we had in the half. They'll probably end up kicking a field goal, or knowing my luck, they'll probably score. But we'll see what happens here. And I just realized that I forgot to change the rush ends and all that stuff. But that's okay. No pressure on Tua whatsoever. He's got a time to write a novel back there. Martin, knock it down! Jartavius Martin couldn't knock it down. He holds on to it. And that's the speed from these guys. I know it's Mo Alley-Cox. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but Jartavius Martin, he bit too far. Mo Alley-Cox comes back to the football, could not catch up to it. He tried to punch it out, but Mo Alley-Cox was too strong. Good grip strength. It's real grippy. That's going to be to Mo Alley-Cox again. They use their 2nd timeout. If we can get them to use their 3rd timeout before they kick the field goal, we could have a good shot of keeping them off the board with no points on this play. And if they use it here, we might be in a good spot. Are they going to use it? They're going to probably let this accelerated clock take us down. They're not going to use it. They're being smart. I hate when the AI is using it as being smart. I wanted to take advantage of them being dumb. That's going to be caught. Waddle breaks a tackle, and now they're going to accelerate, call the timeout, kick the field goal. I wish they would have called it the last time. They just had to be smart. Oh, wait, what's happened? The Dolphins are going to go for it from the 13 with 7 seconds and no timeouts. What is Miami doing? I just called them smart. Oh, but he throws it out of bounds. Why did he have to throw it out of bounds? Now they are being smart. They wanted one more shot at the end zone, and Tua knew exactly what he was doing. Man, why does the AI have to be smart? Why can't I need this, man. I need to catch a break. I need the AI to be dumb. So the Dolphins end the half with 3 points. They go up by 10. We're going to go throw a medium because that's actually been working for us. And we're going to try to defend the medium pass of Tua Tagovailoa. 24-14. Start of the 3rd quarter in Paris. We're going to keep Aaron Rodgers on the field. Give him another shot. And he got blocked in my way. I didn't know which way he was going to get blocked, so I chose the wrong path. We're giving Rodgers the field here. Maybe he can do something. He can keep up this momentum. Oh, I got a man open. If I can hit him, yes, I can. Calvin Ridley. Big play. Aaron Rodgers bought some time. Rolling out of that pocket. Change the play up a little bit. Snap it. Fire it. And it's caught by Logan Thomas. He holds on, gets shelled. I think by Agba. But anyway, he held on. That was a risky throw. Probably shouldn't have done that. But it worked anyways, so I can't complain too much. 2nd and 3. Run the ball. Good blocks. Najee gets the 1st down. Good job. Najee Harris delivers. We'll go play action read, because this could give us an open Terry McLaurin here. He's not open, but it does give us an open Logan Thomas. Good block down the field from Christian Watson. Gets us a couple extra yards. And the Paris Red Dragons are actually moving the football. This feels like weird things to say, but it's true. Our past couple drives, we've actually been pretty efficient. Najee loses the tackle battle, but he does get a few yards anyway. That's a solid enough 1st down run. And we hand that off, or we try to get it. I threw it too early. I was trying to get it to Christian Watson so he could get some catch and run because he's got that acceleration and speed. But I think I threw it slightly too early. He wasn't, I don't think, ready for it, obviously. Terry, he's got it. Terry can't get the first down. It's 4th and 2 from the 4. Do we take our points and make it a 7-point game again? I don't think we can take our points here. I think we have to try to score this touchdown. There is a possibility for a first down, but I think we have to try to get this touchdown. We're a 2-win football team. We might as well try everything, and Christian Watson, I went to him, and he dropped it again. Can I trust Christian Watson in the big-time moments? Can I trust Christian Watson in the big-time moments? I don't know. I don't honestly know if I can. That's 3 times now in this ball game. He's dropped. Oh my God. Oh my God. I sent the house and he just got wide open lane anyway. I don't know how he had an open lane. They blocked every single person I threw at him. I sent the house. Nobody got home. 31-14. A 96-yard run from Devon Achan. Oh, yeah, Ron Rivera's getting fired. I need a scapegoat. Ron Rivera's getting fired after this game. He's not even getting back to his hotel. Christian Watson, on the other hand, we may not be able to trust him in the passing game, but we can trust him in the kick return game. Number 2 on the season for Christian Watson. The first one came against the New England Patriots in Foxborough when we got our first ever victory in franchise history. And now I'm really upset that we didn't get that touchdown on the previous drive. But it's back to a 10-point game. We can swing some haymakers, man. We might not be able to take as many punches, but we can swing with the best of them. Oh, Christian Watson. You need to hold on to the football, though. He might have gotten himself out of the doghouse with that kick return touchdown, but I mean, you had him. You had the inside leverage on the corner. You gotta hold on to the football. I know Rodgers probably didn't put it in the greatest of spots. He could have probably put it a little bit better. If he goes off again, oh my God, this man is unbelievable. He's gonna score another touchdown. He's had 2 runs for probably 150 yards. The last one was 96. That one was probably 40 or 50, I would guess. 75, it was even more than I thought. I thought they were closer. Oh my God, he's almost had 200 yards on the ground on 2 carries. Christian Watson can't make magic happen twice. I don't want to take Rodgers out now because the offense has actually been like moving the football pretty well. It's not been Rodgers' fault why we haven't been able to stay in the games. He's been actually having some pretty decent throws and some pretty decent drives. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns, 223 yards. So it's not been Rodgers' fault. But it's almost like, why keep Rodgers in at this point? Logan Thomas gets around Jalen Ramsey somehow. I don't know how he did that. But he gets around him, and we'll go with a flood play. See if this works. We'll go underneath. That's Najee. Don't really go to Najee in the passing game too much, but we've gone to him twice today. Once on accident. 2nd and 1 from the 26. Can I hit this throw? No, I can't. I think I screwed it up. I think that was on me. I don't think that was on Rodgers. I think what happened was I turned into Terry McLaurin too soon, and then I didn't accelerate to the ball quick enough. I'm guessing that's what happened. Calvin Ridley drops the football. Hit him on the hands. Couldn't hold on. Coach wants us to go for it. Ron Rivera wants us to go for it. I don't blame him. I would go for it too. It's 38-21. We got nothing to lose. We're a 2-win football team. I'm not going to go and trust Christian Watson. I'm going to trust the man we paid an extension to, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Dragons. It's back once again for the third time in maybe 5 minutes. It's back to a 10-point lead. And Rodgers once again drives us down the field. If only the defense could stop Devon Achane. I hope you started him in fantasy, because just like the 70-point win against the, well, not 70-point win, 70 points they scored against the Broncos in real life, Devon Achane is having that type of fantasy season or fantasy game in this episode. And it's making me sick. They're going to try to give it to him for a third time. He's got 230 yards. And most of that came on 2 carries. 230 yards on the ground for Devon Achane. Maybe we're going to have to make a move and trade for him. Just so we don't have to play against him anymore. If you showed that stat line, 9 carries, 236 yards, and 2 touchdowns, that is an insane stat line. 9 carries, he's got 200 yards. That is an absolutely unbelievable stat line. And Tua hasn't even been the problem. Tua's been good, but Tyreek Hill hasn't done much. Jalen Waddle's caught a couple passes, but hasn't done much. It's been the running game that has absolutely killed us today. That is not what I expect. Oh my God, why can we not sack Tua Tagovailoa? Jonathan Allen, I think, has missed twice now. He's going for arm tackles, can't wrap up Tua. Tua's a stocky guy, but we got to bring him down. We got to be able to bring down Tua. That's a quick throw caught by Mo Alley Cox. He's been the real problem in the passing game. It hasn't been Tyreek. It hasn't been Jalen Waddle. It's been Mo Alley Cox. Whatever. That's the end of the third quarter. It is once again a 10-point ball game. But I would not be surprised if the Dolphins make it 17 once again. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. Is that they are going to make it 17 again. Decent movie. That's in the end zone. That's Jartavius Martin. That's the rookie interception. Jartavius Martin has been the best player on this defense. I don't care about Chase Young. I don't care about Jonathan Allen. Say what you want about Benjamin St-Juste. This man right here has been the best player on the defense. The most consistent player on the defense. He's come up with some big tackles. He's come up with some big picks. Picks? I hope that he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year because he deserves it. He has been so good. Najee Harris injured on the tackle. That's not good. But Jartavius Martin, man, he has been a stud. A stud in the passing game. A stud in the run-stopping game. So good. I'm actually going to change up my my routes there. And it didn't really work for me too well because nobody won off the edge, and the safeties actually came in and covered as well. They played over the top. Pulled hamstring for Najee Harris. That's not good. I don't like that. We're going to run the same play that we scored the touchdown on the previous drive. And it's going to work to an extent again. Calvin Ridley open. He's got a man to beat. Can't get around the corner. Arden Key is the man injured. Non-contact. That's not that good for Arden Key. You never want to see non-contact injuries. Those are usually the worst. Terry should be able to win this ball. He does. He holds on at the 1. He's down. Rodgers is dealing in the fourth quarter. I should say in the second half he's dealing. Aaron Rodgers has come to play. Sam Howell's in the game now. Did Sam Howell throw that last pass? I don't even know, but Brian Robinson Jr. scores. Was that Sam Howell who threw that pass, or did Rodgers get injured on that play? I'll have to go back. When I'm editing this, I'll have to go back and watch because I have no idea who threw that pass now that I saw Sam Howell at the goal line. Shoulder strain for Aaron Rodgers. I'm glad that they added quarterback injuries. Or they didn't add quarterback injuries, but they made it more common for quarterbacks to get injured. That's something that Madden 23 and a couple previous Maddens you never saw, was quarterbacks get injured. You could hit them unbelievably hard, and they'd just get right back up every single time. quarterbacks never got hurt in previous Maddens. A few previous Maddens. And then now they seems to have added it back a little bit. That's nice to see. I mean, obviously it's not nice to see when it's your quarterback, but Chase Young finally makes something happen in the backfield, shutting down a Chan. 2nd and 11. We're only down by 3, boys. Because remember, Jatavius Martin got that pick in the end zone. And it's going to be Raheem Mostert, first down. That's stupid. Mario Edwards Jr. is injured. I told Aaron Rodgers to stay out until he was fully healthy and ready to cleared to come back in. So depending on how long this drive goes, we could see Sam Howell, and they're just going to keep feeding a Chan. He's going to have 300 yards on the ground before the day is done if we're not careful. Devon Achane is going to break the rushing record in a single game against us. And that's not something that I want to happen. I don't want to be on the opposite end of that. I'd rather be the one that breaks the record. Almost got to Tua there. How did he hold on to that football? Jalen Waddle somehow makes some magic happen and catches that ball and holds on. I thought that was going to get knocked incomplete. It doesn't do it. It's 38-35, 47-yard line, 4th quarter for the Dolphins. And it's a first down at Chan. Good tackle by Jamin Davis, but this Dolphins defense, man, this Dolphins offense, they just keep getting plays. And it's annoying. We can't do anything on defense, really. Unless Tua makes another mistake and throws it to Jatavius Martin again. Oh, pick that off. Emmanuel Forbes, you've got to get there. I know it's Tyreek Hill, but you got to beat him there. That's an easy pick. Oh, that's a rookie mistake, man. You got to beat. I understand it's Tyreek Hill. He's one of the fastest players on planet Earth. But you got to be able to beat him to that ball and at least knock it down, if not pick it off. That's got to be that can't be a catch. That literally cannot be a catch. It has to either be an incomplete pass or an interception. Those are the only 2 options that could have been. But it went number 3. It was a catch. And now with that, it feels pretty much inevitable that the Dolphins will score on this drive to make it back to a 10-point game again. It feels like we're always at a 10-point game. Oh, Chase Young, I missed the sack. I hate my life, man. I hate myself. I want to... I don't know how I missed the sack there. I thought I was lined up pretty much perfectly with Tyreek, or with Tua. But I wasn't. I just whiffed. I hugged air, basically. 2 minutes to go. We could use our timeouts, but if they score, is it really worth it? Cody Barton does a good job stopping, or that might have been Drew Sanders, actually, who stopped that play. I thought it was Cody Barton. Yes, it was Drew Sanders. It's hard to tell when you got 2 white linebackers out there, but Barton wears an arm sleeve, a shooter sleeve, so that's a little bit easier to tell. Chan goes down. He's got 264 yards on the ground. Montez Sweat picking him up like a baby there. It's 3rd and 3. Under a minute to go. If we can't stop him here, it's ball game. So, here we go. They're using all the clock. I could have called a timeout, but what's the point if they're gonna score? Stop him. Good job. We'll call a timeout now. 35 seconds. They're going to kick a field goal, make it a 6-point game, and we'll have 2 timeouts and a chance to tie it and win it, actually, because a 7-point touchdown with an extra point, obviously, would put us up by 1. So somehow we've worked this to give us a shot. We've got one of the greatest of all time under center. If he's back, I don't know if he's been cleared. He's had a lot of time to recover. I'm actually gonna let this bounce. We'll start at the 25-yard line. I don't want to wait. I want to save as much time as possible. So Calvin Ridley's had a big day today. He's come up with some huge catches, and we'll see if Aaron Rodgers is out there or not. It'll be Sam Howell. Rodgers could not return. I told him to come back when he was ready, but he could not return. So it'll be Sam Howell on the game-winning drive. He delivers one to Terry. Not enough strength on it, incomplete. You got to think that if Rodgers was back there, that would have had enough steam on it to get completed. But you live and you learn. Sam Howell His first career game-winning drive. We'll see what happens. I got to throw that a little quicker. Logan Thomas holds on. Call a timeout. 22 seconds, 1 timeout. Good enough throw from Howell. Wasn't an amazing throw. It was good enough. Remember, we can't go for a field goal. Field goals do nothing. Touchdown or a loss. So I've got to just heave and hope for the best. I'm not going to be able to get this ball to the end zone if I don't have enough time in the pocket. I've got to get time in the pocket, but the defensive line is getting to me. Again, I had to throw it sooner than I wanted to, and Sam Howell throws a pick. I had to throw it sooner than I wanted to. I couldn't take a sack there. That's going to be ball game. You got to think that if we had Aaron Rodgers for that fourth quarter drive, something might have happened. But Sam Howell couldn't do it. We are going to lose this game, and Ron Rivera has lost his job. He will not be coaching us for the final few games of the season. He will be fired. We needed a scapegoat. I can't blame myself. I got to blame somebody else. But you got to think that if Aaron Rodgers was in the game, we might have been able to do something there. 18 for 30, 348 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Maybe if he was healthy, we would have been able to win this game. Najee also injured in the game, 8 for 35. Calvin really had a huge day, 6 for 167. McLaurin had 5 for 94. Defensively, 10 tackles for Jamin Davis. I didn't really even notice him that many times, but 10 tackles is pretty good. Cody Barton had 8. We had a few tackles for loss, no sacks. Dertavis Martin came up with another pick. I really hope he's in Defensive Rookie of the Year conversations because he's been so good all year long. He's been so good. He's probably got like 5 or 6 interceptions on the year. He's got to be in conversations at least. But that's a tough one, especially when we could have won it. We didn't have Aaron Rodgers out there. Kind of sucks. But let's go to franchise staff. We have 71 points, but that doesn't matter because Ron Rivera, I appreciate your duties, but you have been fired as head coach of the Paris Red Dragons. We will go and see if we can get ourselves an interim head coach. Who's available? We've got Thomas Peters, Brandon Starks, Emmanuel Ortega, Sean Church, Billy Guyton, Paul Saunier, Joshua Matos, Edward Timberlake, and then Ron Rivera. Who do we want to be our interim head coach? Let's give our job, our head coach job, to let's give it to Sean Church. Yeah, let's give it to Sean Church. Our new interim head coach is Sean Church. Welcome to the team. We've got to make sure that he's got X factors activated. Oh, that's on the offense. Okay, perfect. So we want to do that. We want to do that. And we want to do that. Definitely want to make sure that these are all up. But we also want to make sure that the talent tree costs less. So let's do all that. Okay, so we fired our head coach. We now have Sean Church, our new interim head coach for the final few games of the season. It just had to happen, man. It had to happen that way. Next episode, we will play Week 15 against the LA Rams, who are 5-8. Our first game under new management. Drew Sanders gets an upgrade point, so we'll give him that. He's battling bad morale, but hopefully he can play pretty well and develop for us. We've only got 4 games left. We've got Week 15, 16, 17, and then 18. We're obviously not making the playoffs, so keep on the lookout for that offseason episode because that is going to be a pretty interesting one. But Ron Rivera's been fired. We've got an interim head coach in there. We'll see how he plays headed into the final month of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.